Hi there, it's Glenn. This video will be published on Saturday, November 19th, but I'm recording it late in the afternoon here on Friday, November 18th, and today I'm at the Vik Whittaker Stormwater Management Pond. Perhaps you can hear the noisy geese behind me. It's a beautiful spot. If you're looking for some place to explore this weekend, come take a walk. There's a lot of great walking paths here around the Vik Whittaker Stormwater Management Pond. In Blackstone, I am just north of Cope Drive. So if you come off Robert Grant to Cope, you'll eventually find the stormwater pond. I've got a lot of updates, and I'm just about losing my voice because it's been a busy week, so I will jump right in. First of all, a reminder, the Stittsville Association is organizing this year's Stittsville Parade of Lights. It's coming up on December 3rd in the evening, and they are looking for volunteers. This will be the first parade we've had in Stittsville since 2019, and they need about 150 volunteers to help supervise the barricades at all the intersections along the route. So if you can help out, please do. You can email stittsvillevillage@gmail.com, or you can find more information on my website as well. So need lots of volunteers. Great opportunity for families, for workplaces, for organizations, and I hope we get a lot of volunteers signing up. We have Ottawa Public Health, again with a reminder to people to please wear a mask if you are indoors or in crowded spaces. You've probably heard about some of the issues of overcrowding, overcapacity at CHEO in particular, with multiple respiratory viruses happening in our community. So please wear a mask, make sure you're up to date on your vaccines. Wash your hands, and stay at home if you're sick. Don't go into work or into school if you're sick, and that'll help with the situation big time. Some traffic impacts this weekend if you're out and about. The O train on Saturday will be shut down for planned maintenance. There will be detour buses, but it'll cause some delays if you're using OC Transport to get around. And on Baseline Road, there's going to be a closure near Woodroffe Avenue for construction of Phase 2, the next phase of LRT. So if you're in that area of the West End, please be aware. And as always, you can go to ottawa.ca and look for the information about traffic and construction. There's a great interactive map where you can see what's going on in the community and help plan your commute that way. Busy week at City Hall this week. We had our swearing-in ceremony for the new council on Tuesday. Of course, I was there. Great to meet some of the new councillors coming on board. I think we have 11 new councillors, plus the new mayor, Mark Sutcliffe. Mayor Sutcliffe is excuse me, on his way to Toronto next week to meet with Premier Ford and Minister Clark, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing. All sorts of things on the agenda. One of the things they'll be talking about is the new provincial housing legislation that I've been sharing updates about for the past couple of weeks, obviously causing a lot of concern. This week, the province introduced a new rule that certain bylaws relating to provincial priorities, presumably housing, council would only need 1/3 of members voting in favor for those bylaws to pass. Now, we're still waiting for details, but that would mean potentially only needing 9 votes out of 25 in order for something to pass council, which is, trying to think of any other democracy where minority rules rather than majority. So it's a very strange new rule, and trying to make sense of that. Now, if you're interested in all of these new changes to planning and you have questions about how it will affect our city and our community here in Stittsville, I am co-hosting a webinar with my council colleague, Jeff Leeper, on November 23rd. In the evening. It'll be on Zoom. Now, Jeff is the councillor for Kitchissippi, and we've invited a whole bunch of subject matter experts from areas like conservation and heritage, planning law, municipal finance, and we're going to try to answer as many resident questions as possible. So I hope you can join us for that on November 23rd. If you're interested in planning and development in our city, this will be a really, really good webinar. Details on my website, glengower.ca. And by the way, no registration required. It's online, so we'll be able to handle quite a few people there. Locally for planning, I did publish information about the Westwood Phase 4 subdivision basically at Shea and Abbott, just west of the current Westwood subdivision. It is basically in line with the 2009 Fernbank Community Design Plan. with one big change. We are preserving 5 hectares of shea woods, a significant area of shea woods. We're going to be saving the cedar forest and allowing it for use as a dog park, a dog run as well. So that is good news. The other planning thing on my website this week is a site plan for the expansion of Paul-Desmarais High School. On ajoute plus de classes pour l'École Paul-Desmarais. And significantly too, you'll see on the plans a second bus loop on the future Robert Grant Avenue. So when that Robert Grant opens in 2024, there will be a secondary entrance for school buses to help alleviate the traffic concerns that we see at that school currently. Hydro Ottawa released a report, kind of a post-mortem on the storm on May 21st. 2 significant things. They're going to be more aggressive in burying hydro lines, particularly along major arterial routes in the community. That's good. And they're also going to be updating their processes and technology for communications during emergency events. Obviously, 2 things that had a major impact on our community. So it's good to see. And you can see that on the Hydro Ottawa website. The Westenders, they're a volunteer group focused on environmental initiatives based here in Stittsville, I believe. They're running a survey right now and they want to know, what do you do with your old used furniture? Do you throw it out? Do you put it on Kijiji? What do you do with it? You can go to their Facebook page and you'll see a link to that survey. I think it's open until next week sometime. Excuse me. Also in the community, Goulbourn Middle School, they are participating in a art supply drive called Art for Aid, and they're collecting art supplies that'll go to First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities in remote areas of Canada. So they're looking especially for good quality paintbrushes, for erasers, and for beading material. And if you have any of those things that you can donate, you can bring them to Goulbourn Middle School. They are just south of Stittsville, just south of Llewellyn Road, a little bit south of here. And in the same area, of course, we have Goulbourn Museum, the Goulbourn Museum. And a reminder that on Sunday, they are hosting their annual Outdoor Artisan Farmers Market. Not farmers market, just outdoor artisan market. Take out the word farmers. This is kind of their Christmas market, their annual market, and it's always a really nice event to attend. So that's on Sunday morning. And the last thing I wanted to do, I think I've got everything. Yes, got a reminder to dog owners. Please pick up your dog waste and please take your bags of dog waste home with you. We have a few spots in Stittsville where dog owners are just leaving these bags of dog waste on the trails. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it happens. You can bring those and put those in your green bin at home and keep them in the bags, but you can put bagged dog waste in your green bin. It keeps it out of the landfill, which is a really good thing. Anyhow, that's all of my updates today. Thank you for watching and tuning in. Thank you, by the way. We had a record week last week for the number of viewers of this update, which is amazing. So thank you to everybody who watches. If you can, please share this update with someone in the community, and really appreciate that you are staying up to date on local issues. Hope you have a great weekend. Take care.